Start by placing your box into the upper left corner of the laser engraver. You'll notice that there are rulers on the top and the left. You want to look at the distance for the width and the length of your box. The software that you'll use is called Adobe Illustrator. When you go to that software, on the computer, you'll notice it also has rulers on the top and the left. And there should also be some guides there that are about in the same places as the width and the length of your box. You might need to unlock the guides to move them around. This will let you know exactly where to put your graphic so that it is centered on the top of your box. So in this case 6. You can also click on the lines and change their coordinates with the X and the Y at the top of the window. I'm going to magically switch over to Windows. I'm going to find my graphic here. It's in the Google Drive shared folders, and I'll find my period. Here's period 1. I'll drag my graphic over and drop it in, and magically I'm back into Mac. Now notice that when I move this by the corner, it changes it, and St. Paul doesn't look like that. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to click and hold the Shift key on the keyboard so that it doesn't get distorted, that the ratio is locked in. Now I can move it around by dragging it or use the arrow keys, or I can change the coordinates of the center by keying them in. In this case, 3 wasn't right. It should be half of 6 3/4, which is 3.375. That's the center. And for the y coordinate, it is half of -6, which is -3. Now that's perfectly centered. Now I'm ready to save it. So I go to Save As, and then I'm going to type my name in there. That saves it to the computer. That does not send it to the laser engraver, but it gives it a name. Now that it has a name, I can print it, and that will send the data to the laser engraver. So it's the M300. I hit print, and then I go and I find my file over on the laser engraver. I look here. I'm not Jennifer, so I'm going to go over to where I saved it. That's what I saved it as, your name, and then I hit start. You also want to make sure that you turn on the Fumex to extract all of the smoke out of the laser engraver, and when you're finished you can turn it off.